Hi everyone, it's me, Italian Gamer Joe, your favorite Italian streamer. Hope you're having a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are, however you happen to be here today. Tonight, we are going to be playing a new game that I just got yesterday called Slay the Princess. The game is called Slay the Princess, and this is part 1. We are watching part 1 of Slay the Princess. This game is really wild, I have to say. I've never really played anything like it before, and I think that it's kind of crazy, actually, what you have to do in this game. I like visual novels. I really enjoy visual novels, and getting the chance to play this game tonight is going to be a really interesting experience because it's fully voice acted, but I'm also going to do some commentary while I'm playing, so I think it'll be fun to just kind of like voice act, let's listen to the voice acting, do some commentary, and just have some fun with it. So that's kind of like where I'm going with it with tonight, and if you missed this, then the VOD will be up on Twitch as well as YouTube, so if you missed any of this, feel free to check out the VOD on YouTube. And then you can also use my Discord community to type like chat that you might have, like, if there's anything that you're like that you really want to comment on after the fact and you want to like have your voice be heard, you're more than welcome to drop YouTube comments, but you're also welcome to drop Discord comments. So if you join my Discord community, I have a place where you can put comments for parts of the stream. So before we get started though, one thing that I do want to do is play the trailer of this, and I think the trailer is actually like really interesting because it really shows what the game is all about, and I'm gonna just throw that up really quick. So let's go ahead and just do that really fast, because I think it'll give like you a better idea of like what to expect. So let me go ahead and just pull that up really quick. So this is the trailer to the game.
We're supposed to save her. You're supposed to slay her, or she'll go on to destroy everything. Do you not understand what everything means?
You poor thing. We both know this isn't you.
See? She's not a monster. She pries the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
I'll try to make it quick.
What is she? She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew.
This is so wild.
But failing
this is the trailer.
Vital.
Oh no! I'll try again. I'm sorry.
Oh my god,
Collapsed
this is
to the
crazy
floor,
already,
blood
and this is just the
pooling in
trailer.
Cavity she carved into your torso. She leans over you, tears leaving pink streaks down her cheeks.
I wish it didn't have to end like this.
And it's too late to think of how things could have gone differently. Everything goes dark, and you die.
This is like so interesting to me.
I see you have returned to me.
I'm kind of getting like Steven Universe
Days
vibes.
mean nothing in the maw of forever. I never left your
Or like a
side.
Cartoon Network, like Courage the Cowardly Dog vibe. Yeah, I don't know. That's the trailer though. And the trailer looks very interesting to me. I don't know. It seems like really wild to me, and watching that like really made me think to myself like, wow, that was crazy. Before I get the stream started though, there is one thing I have to do really quick, so I'm gonna just throw a be right back, and then when I come back, I have to get my monitor set up really quick, so be right back.
Muscles. Looks kind of like Dognet. A portrait of Dognet behind it. I wonder what that is though. Apple bottom jeans. So it's interesting to me that I wonder if the higher rungs play lower notes. I'm curious to know if the higher rungs play lower notes. No. No. Okay, that's the first one. Okay, we're almost there. Wait. Okay, these two have to be flipped. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Esco says Joe's gonna hear his daughter Patricia being a little shit in school, and he's gonna show up like Patricia!
Get it together, sweetie. We have a show this weekend.
Done. It's complete. It's magnificent. It's beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and grab it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hello again, and oh my gosh, Ira, thank you so much for the 30 months. That's amazing. Oh man, thank you so much. That is so kind of you. Like, thank you so much. Ira's Redemption of Hydrate is brought to you by lemon flavored LaCroix. It's nice and cold too. Ah, so good. But yeah, it's so nice to see you, Mira, and it was so amazing getting the chance to see you at TwitchCon. Like, I still can't believe that happened. Like, I'm still in disbelief that we got the chance to see each other and at TwitchCon. Like, that was just amazing. Like, I hope you're having a great day and you had a great trip. And just thanks again. Like, you're amazing. Thank you. So tonight we are playing Slay the Princess. I'm gonna go ahead and move my screen and let's go ahead and get this started. Okay, so Slay the Princess is right here. Let's go ahead and launch the game, and hopefully it's all. Best thing about TwitchCon was me. Yeah, it was the highlight of my. It was a highlight for me too. Like, I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. So we are starting this game for the first time, and this is the game. It's called Slay the Princess. Let me go to preferences really quick. Okay, if the game is too loud, please let me know. If the game is too loud, just please let me know. I can lower it if it's like kind of like all over the place. Welcome on in, Nerdy Horse Girl. Hope you're having a great day. I still have to get your books, Nerdy Horse Girl. Did they get released yet? Let me know if the books got released yet, because I would love to get the chance to read them. But yeah, feel free to let me know if the volume is kind of like too loud or something. But we're gonna start the game. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I'm gonna move the game window so it's like closer this way so you can see it. I love the mouse effect where the scene feels like it's 3D. I love that. It's so like really clever. So we're in the woods in the middle of nowhere, and there's a princess in a cabin.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end.
Are we here to slay, or are we here to slay? It's like sissy that walk. Do. We're gonna go slay. No, I think we're actually gonna go slay her. The end of the world, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all,
Remember
no
the
people. You have to put an end to her.
That's awesome, Nerdy Horse Girl. Well, can't wait. We can't wait to read it. Feel free to drop the links if you still got them. So the narrator is saying that they're going to put an end to the world. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps, and most problematically of all, no more people. But how could a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all
Get in there and slay. We just walk in. It's like oh my gosh. I'm just about to fall asleep and had to stop in to say, "No doubt, Big Trout, welcome. Nice to see you. We're playing a horror game. This is a spooky horror game called Slay the Princess." And I'm really curious to see what happens. But anyway, good night. Thanks for coming in. Oh yeah, can we get a shout out for No Doubt Big Trout, please? Mitra, if you're in there. If you're not, then no worries. I'll do the shout out if you don't. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for giving a shout out to No Doubt Big Trout. Do we have evidence?
already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
So our little narrator is extremely sassy. It's like, listen, you put us in this world to slay a princess, and it wasn't to slay the princess, it was to slay her. So the least you can do is be nice, okay? Have you considered that maybe she's the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Oh really? Was this Majora's Mask?
The princess is locked up because she's dangerous.
Dangerous.
She's not dangerous because she's locked up.
There's a song that I used to listen to. What's the? I don't know if you all know the song. It's like dangerous. Do you? I know that I have a plan for us. I bet you didn't know that I was dangerous. Do you? I don't know the name of that. I don't know who sings that though. I'm gonna have to look that up. My singing is so bad right now, but like, I have to look up like who sang that. Nerdy Horse Girl Amazon. Thank you. Thanks for posting your link. And Nerdy Horse Girl, feel free to like copy that like into a notepad, and like every time I'm streaming again, just like paste it in and give yourself a shout out anytime. Feel free to shout out yourself in your books anytime.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here.
Now we're getting philosophical.
No matter what level
He's getting philosophical.
If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end. And there is no changing. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay.
There's a lot of options here. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything,
I mean,
slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something.
Yeah, Nordy Horse Girl. Share it anytime you want. This is your pride and joy. This is like what makes you, you know, this is something you're proud of, you know. Feel free to post it anytime. If my moderation allows it. If it doesn't, I'm gonna have to like go and look into it. Can't someone else do this?
If only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one.
I like how the narrator is like, I'm surprised that you're reluctant to do this. It's like, you're asking me to slay somebody. And not just slay anybody, but slay a princess. It's not like you're asking me to slay, like, a murderer or, like, I don't know, some criminal. Like, you're literally asking me to slay a princess.
Like I said, I don't make the rules. No matter how much I wish I did.
Okay, Mr. Narrator. But, like, you know, I still think this is not the right thing to do. I love how this is an option. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Like, this is like the TikTok that you see where it's like, narrator, sir, I'm depressed. Like, you know, why does it matter if the world, you know, the world just happens to end? Like, is it really a big deal? Is it really a big deal?
I mean, maybe some people do. Nihilists or very, very evil people. Surely you're not one of those, right?
I don't know. I don't even know what a nihilist is. Forget it. I'm not doing this. Yeah, you know what? Let's tell him forget it. Forget it.
No, you have to do it.
No, you don't have to do anything. Do I get a reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
I'm just imagining like the reward is like a gift card. It's like, yay, you saved the world. Here's a gift card. Like, I need therapy. Can you tell me what my prize is for doing such a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. But whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
I mean, he's talking a really, like, you know, strong game here. It's like, what kind of reward is going to be even better than my wildest imagination? Like, I feel like a reward that's going to be better than my wildest imagination at this point would be like $1 million. Like that would be very nice. Like some cash money, but okay. Gift card for therapy would be cool though. Do therapists even have gift cards? Like, can you imagine if that was a real thing? Like, imagine going to a Christmas or birthday party. Imagine having a birthday. Like, imagine having a birthday and one of your friends buys you a gift card for mental health, for therapy, and and your friend's just like, you know, I think you really needed this. And imagine that imagine receiving that gift and opening it in front of all your friends, and they all see it and they're like, ugh, okay, well, I guess that's awkward. It's like, well, thank you for, you know, letting everyone know that you think I need therapy. That might be one of the funniest. I would just laugh if that happened. Like, I would laugh. Do you watch Only Murders in the Building? I love my therapist in season 1. That's just like, guys, I have Venmo, so just pop in anytime. No, I never saw that. It's called Murders in the Building. I'll have to check that out. I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. I'm gonna say that.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning: if you go in prepared to hear,
because he literally wants us to kill her.
In her web of lies, and the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
It's on Hulu. It has Selena Gomez, Martin Short, and Steve Martin. Steve Martin, damn. I'll check it out. Thank you for recommending it. Only Murders in the Building. That sounds funny.
Each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
I love the special
You'll
effects.
find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slave them.
Oh, so there's a narrator and there's a voice of the hero, and that must be us. We're the voice of the hero,
Ignore
probably.
him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed to the cabin. We open the door. Hi.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I mean,
the blade is your implement.
That's the only weapon we're given for this.
You need it if you want to do this right.
I mean, the game is literally like, here's a blade to slay. What if we don't want to kill the princess? What if we just want to, you know, talk to her? If we go down there with a freaking sword, like, you know what this is reminding me of? This is reminding me of Shrek. Like, I'm getting such Shrek vibes from this game. I don't know why, but I'm getting like Shrek vibes. Let's just go in the basement. I'm not gonna take the blade with me.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here,
Okay.
slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
So hear me out. Like, what if the princess was kidnapped and someone else, like, that person didn't want to kill her, so they're just forcing us to kill her? But because in reality they're a coward. Like, what is, like, there's so many like unknowns happening right now. There's so many unknowns. Like, what if she's innocent?
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all.
And the narrator is is warning us.
You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
We can say hi, just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you, but lie about it. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. I'm here to slay you. Continue down the stairs. We'll just say hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You
Oh my
walk down
God.
the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
This is so
There's a
sad.
heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
This is so sad. She looks so depressed.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
And the narrator keeps like pushing us to want to kill her.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk about it first. I'll see what I can do. I want to talk to her first.
Okay.
Let's ask what her name is.
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Okay.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both?
Princess,
You
it's like
imagine
Mario.
Princess.
So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
I know her eyes are so pretty. I feel, I don't want to I don't want to slay her. Like I said,
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay,
she doesn't
that's-
remember her name.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name.
She
for
has
herself.
amnesia.
Hopefully, you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs. Get the.
No,
book,
I'm not.
slay
This
the
narrator
monster
is
next
so pushy. What if the narrator is the killer? I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up in here for a reason. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree
How is-
with the princess. That's hard.
How is that hardly relevant if she really hasn't eaten anything?
Okay, but actually, what has she been?
Yeah,
eating?
like she has to eat. I was sent here to slay you. You're supposed to end the world. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. Sorry, but this is just, I can't trust you. I'm gonna tell her, I was sent here to slay. You're supposed to end the world. And then now her face is all crazy because she's probably like, what the fuck? But I don't think you're actually dangerous. But I wanted to see for myself. I'm starting to think it's true. I'm gonna say, but I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
I feel so bad for her.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's. How long has she
This
been
is
locked
so
away?
sad.
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I don't think so. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me no, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping it. No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully, it won't be too late.
This narrator is like scaring me now.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
Let's just see. Let's look at the
Walk up
chains.
to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No, we don't have a key. I didn't see a
Maybe
key.
it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains.
Let's go upstairs and check then.
Okay.
We're gonna go upstairs and check.
I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
So there's someone here.
Your shouts and pleas are met. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the
This
princess.
narrator, this is weird.
Leave until the
What is with this narrator?
you try the door, but it's locked.
This
from the
narrator is
inside.
so creepy. Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the maid like you were supposed
Okay,
to.
I would not have done that. No way.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Yeah, because the mess I'm in, like, this narrator is like screwing things up.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
This is crazy. Yeah, they did.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
What is this, Saw? Holy shit. Oh my god.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. They're not sure
Okay,
how it
clearly
makes its way down here.
someone's up
Time to
there.
strike. It's now.
Oh my
Or
god.
we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm gonna save the princess. I'm not gonna slay her. Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted.
Look at our
wound.
hands. Our hands are not human hands. They're like monster hands.
Her to this place.
The character in the game that we're playing as doesn't look human.
Cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp,
Oh.
and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Oh my gosh. What is this, saw?
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours. Blood from her
What
wound
is
arm
going
dripping
on?
quickly to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape into the world.
Well, you're the narrator. You're not supposed to do anything.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward.
Oh, no.
and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do...
Oh wow, so the narrator is controlling how the story is turning out.
Watch me.
The narrator is taking control.
What are you doing?
Slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the prince. They're all saying slay. Warn her. We can still warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges
Oh.
forward, the blade held low, ready to
Oh,
sink
no.
into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out.
So the narrator took control of us. Slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the... Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance,
Oh wow.
the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you
Oh,
and
jeez.
takes the blade
What
from
is she
your
gonna do?
infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges
Oh.
it into your chest,
Oh.
tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony.
And we're not even dead. Oh my gosh.
You aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
She just tried to kill us.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of...
This is wild. I can't believe this is even happening.
Actually doomed everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again.
She's stabbing
and
us.
Again, and you feel every inch.
Oh my
of
god.
pain that slices its way.
That is messed up.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
What is happening?
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound. It won't be long before you bleed out.
This is so wild.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this,
But
right?
all of this happened because the narrator took control.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened.
The two...
You made your choice.
Yeah, but it was the narrator's fault. The narrator took control of the story.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel. Well, whatever we did must have been something...
You're on a path.
Wait,
in
what?
the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Are we the same person, or are we someone new?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But are we the same person we were before, or are we someone different? I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Oh. Well, that wouldn't... Maybe we are the same... Wait, what?
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
This is wild.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it then.
Wait, what?
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it. Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Wait, but there's a second voice that's with us now.
So
Yeah, the voice of the
all
smitten.
cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Why is there a second voice? Is that like a second narrator?
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Let's talk about the deja vu part.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. You were the one who did us in, villain.
Yeah, the narrator wasn't the one that did us
Well,
in.
not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you
Yeah.
could to stop us from rescuing her.
It was the narrator's fault, not ours.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestation. Anyway, I believe your second question was...
This is so wild. So, like, this game is giving me, like, 999 vibes. Like,
dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any...
this game also kind of reminds me of the Stanley Parable.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds
I'm, like, getting a vibe that this might be one of those time loop games where we have to, like, reset time over and over again.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario,
I'm getting that vibe from
begs
this.
the question of how you got back here. Did time simply
Yeah.
rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
The narrator is very similar to We Happy Few. Thanks, Mila, and thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Italian Gamer Joe channel. Did I play We Happy Few? I'm trying to remember now what We Happy Few was. We Happy. Oh, I did play We Happy Few. I never finished it. I have it. I just never finished it. From Wanchi's Discord. Oh, nice. It's the trippy Happy Pill one. Yes. I have it. I never finished it. I have it on Xbox, and I have the DLCs and everything. That game is so much fun. It is such a good game. In that game, I'm on the... Where am I in that game? I have to go back and figure it out, but I might even stream it at some point, but that game was really good. Yeah, it did get a little repetitive, didn't it? But it was fun. It was fun. Have you played this game yet, Mila? Have you played this game?
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything?
Okay.
Told you.
So I don't know if how long you've been watching, but we play as a protagonist that is being guided by a narrator, and the narrator wants us to go to a cabin in the woods that's abandoned and slay the princess. Because if we don't slay the princess, then the princess will basically end the world as we know it. But you're probably wondering, well, why wouldn't anyone else do it? Well, apparently we're special, and we've been chosen to do this because we are only the one capable of slaying the princess. That's really all we know. And then the character we play as, they don't look human. They look like a monster. So it's like kind of weird. We're gonna talk about this on Joey's stream the other day. It's Mila. Mila. Thank you. I don't remember if I was. I don't remember, to be honest.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad. Stop
Maybe.
her.
It just came out like 2 days ago. This game is brand new. It came out 4 days ago. I'm with them. I'm going to find a way to save them from the cabin. Let's up with this princess. Let's just proceed to the cabin. Like, I don't even...
A warning. Before you go, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I'm curious to know what
I've
happens.
already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the... I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own... I do. But I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be... Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better. Don't pay their bickering any mind.
Let's just go in the cabin. I like how these different narrators are like fighting each other to continue the story. It's actually kind of funny.
The interior
Oh,
of the
wow.
cabin is clean and elegant.
This looks different.
Stone walls draped in fine threaded
This is
tapestries.
completely different from before.
Prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
The pristine blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm not taking it again. I know it sounds stupid, but let's talk about the mirror because the narrator didn't describe the mirror.
Because there isn't a mirror. There's a table. there's
Thanks,
blades
Mila, I
sitting on the
appreciate
table, and
that.
the
Thanks
door
for
to the
coming in.
basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
So the narrator is saying there's no mirror in the room, but there's clearly a giant mirror.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror, in which case she'd be lying to you.
So why would the narrator think there's a mirror? No worries. Why would the narrator say there's no mirror? Can we approach the mirror? Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. This really is...
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. Now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of...
That is so weird. So like, why would the narrator not be sure about the mirror? Okay. Let's just enter the basement. I'm not taking the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow
It's her again,
even
yeah.
more beautiful than last time. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
Oh my gosh.
Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
The narrator seems like pretty dead set that the princess is not good.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
It's the same as before.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear
That's
my
crazy.
words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
I can't tell if she's being truthful or not.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible.
So the narrator is convinced that we time traveled or something.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed only because he made us try and
Yeah, the
kill
narrator
him. It was
became bad
self-defense.
and like
Our
tried to like
beloved's hands
s-
remain unstained.
yeah.
So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right now. Hold on.
Okay.
If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue?
I say yeah.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to her and like ask her some questions. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
I wonder if she's aware of the time travel thing, or like if she's aware of us dying and coming back. Like, I wonder if there's more to this than she's letting on.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I could tell her what happened after I died.
You died, and now we're talking.
I can ask her, but before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here before to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
Other version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent, and almost unsettled. That's because she's Do you think she has someone like him telling her?
I think that she's in on it somehow.
She doesn't. There's no one else like him. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little boy.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Oh, jeez, and she's okay with that?
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles?
Yeah, I mean, if she's shackled,
She
she
just said
can't
she'd
just
be okay with
slip her hands
the
out.
idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's what she didn't care last time? Why should she care this time? No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not.
Let's rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards her, what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain.
Oh my gosh.
My passions contain
The Smitten voice is so funny. He's like so in love.
anything that might harm our. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Oh my gosh. We just
Approach the
slid the
princess
chain out.
and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked.
I love how the chains just went boop. Like, okay, I guess she wasn't really in danger then, was she?
Believe it. I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I can't believe that worked.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you.
What is going on right now?
Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved.
The narrator is very intent on us killing her.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Let's leave, and we have our whole lives to figure out what to do next.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand. The last hopes of the entire world.
This is so hopeful
slip into your
and so
fingers
pretty.
as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made, and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
Excuse me.
Bill.
This is so pretty.
Because moping is the only recourse fools have left me with.
We saved her.
Princess
Oh my god, my nose is bleeding.
hand in hand. Look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
I mean, it is pretty though.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? With all slams in your face and the lock.
I like how the narrator is just low key, like, yep. The door
That's a
slammed.
familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just
It's just
met
that, I
her.
mean, they could probably just
Of
open the
course you
door.
wouldn't. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the. I'm just along for the ride at this.
Do you think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And
Excuse me.
lock this, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and
The blade, that's right. There's still a chance for you to do the thing and take the blade. We're not going to do that. We're going to just... You're not doing that.
you're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Is this going to
I
happen?
suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room.
We left,
open
yeah.
The door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Oh, we're outside.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring.
What happened?
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers.
Something's not right.
Another coat worthy of a princess.
What just happened? But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
Where did she go? Should we try? Is that a? Why is it here?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone.
Does that mean the world ended? A villain vanquished.
I think I'm supposed to look in the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for...
We're gonna approach the mirror.
I'm begging you.
You approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
This is so wild. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What do you mean, solitary lights?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. perspectives to make my own. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
This is wild. Like, what is going on right now? Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit. But this vessel is a creature of perception.
I just heard something, and
She can make you
Oh,
free,
new follow.
if only you
JDS,
remember to be
Jesse,
alone.
thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Italian Gamer Joe channel. I don't know how long you've been watching, but we're playing Slay the Princess, and so far it is crazy. Have you played this game before?
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
This is so wild. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
This is getting very philosophical. How much will I forget? Yeah, no, this game it's wild. It just came out like 4 days ago. It's kind of like watching a TV show. It's so crazy. How many more pieces of you do I need to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished. Dry.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Welcome on in, a Bear Shark. Hope you're having a great evening. We're playing this really wild game, by the way. Like, wild. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
That scared me. Is this mainly a dialogue-based game? So wild. Yes, Jesse, or JDS, Jesse. It's a dialogue-based game. It is choices, though. It's heavily focused on choices. Like, you're gonna make a ton of choices. Chapter 1, the hero and the princess. This game reminds me a lot of the 999 series, 999, Fortune's Last Reward, and Zero Time Dilemma. That's what it reminds me of. Like, you'll have like these branching trees that like branch and branch and branch and branch, and you're gonna find like a lot of different endings. That's what it seems like so far.
You're here to slay her.
Like this, I've seen all this already. Yeah, like this is exactly the same. All this dialogue is literally the same. Like I literally did all this already.
The short path. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore it.
Yeah, like see, like I already did all this. Like this is all the same. So like, this is so weird.
The interior of the cabin is
Yeah, like all this dialogue is the same. I know I never played Neverending Nightmare. A choose your own adventure story. What's Neverending Nightmare? We're gonna take the blade this time.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay.
Oh, I like how the cursor became a blade. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly.
Okay, that we
a
saw.
voice carries up.
Who's there?
Okay, that voice does not sound like her voice from before. Her voice before was like, "Hello, how are you? I miss you. How are you?" Now it's like, "Who's there?" Why did her voice change all of a sudden? Her voice changed.
She sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Yeah.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi?
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Oh, that sounds really cool. I'll have to check it out. Is it on Steam?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain.
Her eyes look
around
different.
binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I'll have to check it out. Thank you for recommending it. Never-ending Nightmares. I'll look into it. Thank you.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
She's so different. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nah. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Steal your nerves and step forward. I don't even know what to say. What? No way. Why would you even think that?
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really
I don't know.
is a monster.
This is scary.
Killing someone in
This
cold
is
blood
scaring
isn't
me.
Very becoming of us.
Okay, let's drop the knife.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
She sounds so different now.
Against your
This
better
is scary.
judgment, you step forward to speak with the
And her
princess
eyes look
face to
different
face.
now.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship where you're coming on to me. How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long you've been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? I'm gonna ask about the end of the world part.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world.
This is so crazy.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
All this dialogue is the same, but her attitude is completely different.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so...
This is wild. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, if I'm being honest, I'm not inclined to trust you. I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully soon.
This is crazy.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Actually, I changed my mind. I don't trust you. Examine the chains.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
No, we don't have the
Maybe
key.
it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away.
It's crazy that we're getting two different personalities of her.
They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains.
I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there.
I'll be here.
You
Wow.
attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
I liked
You hear the
her.
click of a lock sliding into place.
Okay, this might be being a little cheesy, but I liked her. Hi, how are you? I like the bubbly voice. I like that more than this one. This voice just sounds like more manipulative, more dark.
Is someone else here?
Let me out of.
You'll shout, you're here.
Okay, yeah, this all happened before. All of that happened before.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't the knife? Pick it up and cut.
She
me
wants
out
us to
of
cut
here.
her out of there again.
Won't like.
Okay, let's save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against
I
the
hate
princess's
watching
arm
that.
and cut
Oh.
into her flesh. The blade is sharp.
Oh
and
my
make quick
God.
work of it. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns.
It's just
to
so
face
messed
you.
up.
How is she so composed after losing an arm?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't.
The
just let
narrator
the
is going to
princess
attempt to take
approach
control
you.
again.
This isn't Watch Me.
Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you.
I think the eyes look bigger than before, but I could be wrong.
Stop it. Stop
The
resisting.
narrator's taking control again. We can resist.
The blade. Move.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Oh my god.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was.
Oh my
worth it.
god. Chapter 2, The Prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path is a cabin. And in the basement,
Okay,
you're
that was
in
crazy.
a terrible sense of deja vu.
Yeah, we've been here before.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
Voice
I
of the
won't trust
skeptic.
a word out of
He's
his
new.
mouth. There's got to be a way out of it. For us and for
We have a
the
new
princess.
narrator.
We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe you know I can hear you. And as far as trying to help her,
All of this dialogue happened again. Okay, proceed to the cabin. This is crazy.
before you go, she will lie. Yeah.
We know, we
No, I
know.
didn't. Just ignore this clown.
Yeah, proceeding to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is less
It's
a
all different
cozy
now.
woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone. The only furniture of note is the
Let's take the blade.
You take the good idea.
And then let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
The narrator doesn't see the mirror again. I don't know why the narrator doesn't see the mirror.
Now it's gone. If he doesn't want to
Into the
know about it,
basement.
the door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of her voice. Harsh.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come down.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs.
Oh,
and lock eyes
no.
with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. Should we be worried about the... Why would you be worried about her restraints? Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems
Yeah,
to serve
like,
a distinct purpose.
Notice how she's been chained
there's
up on both
obviously
arms and her neck.
useless.
But then, like, there's an empty chain on the wall. That's interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna... I don't think my mods are in the chat right now, but I can just ignore that for now. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall?
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just gonna leave her here. Sit with her, slay the princess. Let's sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted.
That's reasonable.
Because we have the weapon. Sit where you're told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away.
Thank you. Now, what are
What would you have me do? That other chain on the wall, who was it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself.
Inspect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that. And why is... Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
Yeah, it really is. It really is, JDS.
I don't know. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all. But what if he's telling... He is. I am.
Okay, let's inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't... I don't want to say... What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Yes, come out and say it then.
Oh.
As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp.
Oh no.
As if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, and, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade.
Oh jeez.
Flung from your hand and sent... Yes? Are we stuck here now?
So now we're stuck in this basement.
Yes.
Now what?
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll start. That's horrible. It's not all bad.
Wow.
We learned a valuable... Not to touch things we're specifically told not know. That there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
But now what are we supposed to do? We're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Did you know this was going to happen to me?
No.
Let's just wait in
You and the
silence.
princess wait in silence.
This is
so
crazy.
neither of you knows what you're waiting for. This is so... There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something... But there isn't. Time it passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
I've always gone for the talking option. I haven't actually tried to kill her yet. No. Oh no. There we go.
At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. But she's not ending anything. Her very existence is a threat. It harms... How exactly does it just... But you're not... Let me guess. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same.
This is
Even
crazy.
if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Oh, notice how the walls are
Things
starting to
are
darken.
changing. The differences are...
Yeah,
small
the
at
walls are
first, they're
darkening.
beautiful.
I don't like small talk.
That's rude.
Okay, continue waiting. Yeah, everything's becoming more
Continue to wait
decrepit.
in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay
Decay.
comes faster now. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happens to starved?
Yeah, we should have died by now.
If she hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't.
Oh wow, look at the room. It's like pouring with stuff now.
More silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly
It's
porous
crazy.
walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, until suddenly
Oh wow.
there are no walls. And I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
And she disappeared again. Oh, hey, Pup Crash. Welcome. Glad you had a nice flight. Hope you have a great time in Palm Springs. It's awesome. Have a great flight. Or a great trip. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
And there's that mirror.
Of course you're scared, but this is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before. No, that can't be right.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Wow, this is crazy.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
So she's gonna make us reset time again. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Wow. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This
is crazy.
to me. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am. What I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things as before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are access to us now. Inaccessible.
So this thing is blocking our choices to past worlds. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Interesting. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Wow. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn. You will have your rest in due time.
What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only the wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of...
Wow. Yeah, no, thanks, JDS. I really appreciate it. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
God, that sound scares the crap out of me. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here.
And again, it's the same thing all over again. So let's just silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up. We're not going to go ignore it.
Okay, let's proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the...
All of it's the same. Let's... Let's take the blade again.
You take the blade.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement.
Alright, all of it's the
Who's
same.
there?
Yep, she's the same. All of it's the same.
Don't be a stranger.
You walk down. She's
Okay.
focus on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Let's just say... I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How
Yeah.
about you drop it, and then we can chat.
She makes a compelling. Don't you dare. It's fine.
Let's tighten the grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
you step forward. Your grip on the blade tight.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it.
She's unarmed.
I'm gonna drop the blade again.
The blade tumbles out of your trim.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
Against your back. We'll be fine. Don't know what you're hoping to.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
So now that we have new choices to choose from, it's all the same mostly. How long have you been down here? What's your name? I'm supposed to here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
That's cute. Do you believe that? If I'm...
Oops. Actually, I probably should save, shouldn't I? So she's asking why she might be dangerous. I'm gonna say I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason
Yeah.
you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
She's right.
So do you trust me, the prisoner,
This is
the
crazy.
victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Oops.
She's
This isn't about trust, about risk. We stand to lose everything. Oh, jeez. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if, well, we can always put that in.
Her sharp. She isn't She is.
Alright, then let's just, talk enough.
Oh, have you just...
You know.
Slay the princess. I'm getting you out of here.
You have to. You walk up to the chains. They're large and heavy.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go look at...
Doubtful.
So we're gonna go upstairs and look.
That would be fine.
We were stuck down here for long enough. You attempted someone.
We know the door's locked.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. The knife.
You won't
Save the princess again.
cut into the blade. Is she doing so much as free from how is she?
Thank you. Now let's get out of...
So now we're gonna approach the locked
No,
door.
we won't have any. As the princess.
The narrator
approaches
takes
the point,
control.
This is watch me.
But now we can't warn her anymore, so all we can do is slay her.
Bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess. Okay. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely.
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess... Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
I don't know what to do. Groundhog Day, yay. Dallas Corgi, this is crazy. Have you played this game? Slay the princess, give up. Oh man, I don't know what to do. If we give up, she's gonna just beat the crap out of us and we'll die. I mean,
The blade, you fall to your knees. Barely every blow is as punishing as the first. If we're lucky,
Oh,
empty places of confident he can't. I'm sorry. Everything goes dark.
the tower.
You're on a path in the woods.
This game is crazy.
And at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
Deja vu.
He doesn't remember what happened. You know I can hear. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Voice of the broken.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slay.
Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will. We might. I'm not. You're being just. I agree. Rest. So.
Okay, proceed into the
That's what you
cabin.
want. I guess I don't have a say here.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Dallas Corgi. This game is crazy so far. Like I'm just making choices.
The cabin is larger and more grandiose. The blade is your. What do we don't.
Take the blade.
You,
Approach the mirror.
you walk up to. What are you talking?
The narrator never sees the mirror. That's so weird to
We
me.
should count ourselves lucky.
Enter the basement.
Some things are better left. The door to the basement creaks open. It's still a stone basement. If the prince, her booming voice.
is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was. We need to get down there. Should we be worried? It doesn't matter.
What is she, a
Making
god
your way
now or
down the
something?
spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting. The princess towers over you.
Oh my
almost
god.
glowing in the weak starlight. Her figure framed by a stained. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you.
The little bird has returned to me. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless.
Tighten
As
my
if
grip.
on command, the blade slips from your grasp, but we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is, of course we dropped it. Oh,
We
I
dropped the
understand
blade.
what's going on.
Kneel.
No.
Oh, are you still kneel?
Your
Oh.
legs buckle, and your knees
She
hit
forced
the
us to
floor.
kneel.
That's my good little bird. The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for. It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird.
Well, that gives away the game, does it? Certainly does.
This is
Beyond
crazy.
that, more than less
This
creepy
is
to our
getting really
conversation in
intense.
the woods. I don't love you. Are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. He's being melodramatic.
Yo, how are we gonna stop her?
First things first, the stakes of the situation should be perfect.
What would you have me do? What would you have planned?
And all you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
If you're so powerful, can't you just break the chains yourself?
Be rude. It's not rude to question. That's exactly why.
I can, easily. But the story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo the song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes
Wow,
no
this is
difference.
crazy.
Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumph.
Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines.
What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not.
So she wants us to
place for
submit to her.
equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
What happens if we pledge ourselves to her?
Your will was so. All you need to do now is break my.
If this is what you want, then I know. You can't just give in to her, not when the stakes are so high.
She kind of reminds me of the
So
Steven
close.
Universe.
I won't let you do this.
The Steven Universe. I forgot their names, but like when the characters like fuse, she kind of reminds me of a fusion.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film. Is that a person? No. It used to be a person. It's.
Is she? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be.
She can see the narrator.
You're a small one. A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits. Trying to control.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what.
Ah!
Rise, my lip.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is all you need to do.
So she took control of the narrator. That's crazy. Break her chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are.
That is crazy.
Come. It's time for us
Oh, hey,
to
Guava.
leave.
Welcome in. Take her hand. Oh, thanks for giving the shout out, Guava. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Where does she? And there's that mirror again. Why is it?
Hey, Guava. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. Oh, no worries.
A rolling chorus of contradiction.
Wow.
A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have
I know,
chosen
right?
not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contour.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Have you figured out what you want to be when you're finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Does that change you? Does that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. It makes me like you more. I don't know what that's about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
How many more vessels do I need to bring?
We will know when we near our destination.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
God, that sound is so loud. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path. You're here to...
The narrator is saying the same thing again. Let's just silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up.
Yep,
We're not gonna-
same thing. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a blade.
Deciding if I should take it or not.
You take... The door to the base... Her voice.
Who's there?
She
Yeah,
said
it's
that-
the same thing again. Just checking in on you. I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me...
This game is wild, Guava. It is so
Rachel,
wild.
You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes. She's so... Focus on the task.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
What? No, why would it wasn't even a joke. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. I haven't decided
How
yet.
about you drop the knife and...
Look how reasonable. Don't you dare. It's fine.
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are
Oh,
you
this is crazy.
scared of me?
You step forward. Your grip on...
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, so you should just...
She's unarmed.
I don't know what to do. I'm not dropping the blade. Can we just talk?
So, no, this is a good...
Oh, threatened, are we?
The blade...
Thank you. Maybe now we can...
Against
Okay,
your
let's talk to her
belief. I
again.
don't know what you're hoping...
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay, let's see. Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is entirely different matter.
So you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking. Oh, have you...
You know...
I'm getting you out of here. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains.
You walk up, they're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have...
Maybe it's doubtful.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife.
She speaks. We were stuck down here for long enough. You attempt... Someone...
I mean, you know that the cabin door is not
Make your
going to
way
open.
back. The easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. The knife.
You won't...
Okay, so now we have to slay her.
Without hesitation...
Oh my god, we slapped her in a... Oh my god.
Princess flinches as you strike and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
Oh my
I
god.
thought we had the upper hand, but it's an act. She's unarmed. I'm not so... Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out. Knock the two of you forget trying to rescue.
Slay the princess?
You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back, though every inch of you is in pain.
This is crazy.
This probably has it worse. Blood pours out from the count. We can still turn...
Finish the job.
Resolve and take another... Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself internal bleeding, it's certain to the two of you clash for the
Oh.
time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow.
Oh my god.
Push through the pain.
Oh.
two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have the time to worry over her. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The adversary.
You're on.
Oh,
You're
jeez.
here.
This is crazy. Deja
Terrible.
vu.
He doesn't remember what. You know I can hear. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only that's the.
Proceed to the cabin. I mean, I don't know what to do at this point. That is was crazy.
She will lie. Are you the point? The Prince Chris.
Proceed to the cabin.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully. The blade is your.
Take the blade.
You take the.
Approach the mirror, which the narrator can't see. Wipe the mirror.
Reach forward. And now it's gone. So all of us can stop arguing. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is
Oh wow, this
as
is
her
crazy.
fierce vo-
Is that another challenger? Fine.
This isn't what she said. Good. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust
Oh,
get to your
jeez.
head. You need to stay as you descend the final step.
Oh my god.
The form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her
She's
wrist
like
to the base
devilish.
of the wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for I. And you brought your little knife. I'm going to have fun.
I hope you heard all of that, Mr. Narrator. This is a lot different than last time, but last time definitely happened. You look different, so you do remember me. I'm actually here to free you. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're both still alive. I haven't decided. I don't know what you happened to since the last time we met, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye. Turn around to leave. So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? All right.
What?
What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you don't.
So the narrator is aware of it now. Just because it bothers you, I'm going to take this even less seriously. You don't even know the depths of my apathy. Don't worry, I'm going to do a good job. Pretty much everything you just said is true. Oh, okay.
I'm going to take that sign.
I'm actually here to free you. I'm not here to fight, but I think two of us have things to unpack. Like, so
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not.
This
and
is
same goes for
crazy.
you. There. Don't you get it? We've been given free reign.
Couldn't have said it.
I'm actually here to free you.
Free her? You want?
Who says I want to be free?
You don't want to be free, are you serious? If you don't want to be free, then what do you want? Me, anyone? Then why would you want to be freed? Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm.
Okay, hold on. Did you hear that? Maybe we don't have to do.
But you're going to have to.
Never mind. There is no happy ending where everyone hear that. Between him, no. You're being.
So she's being stubborn too. Attempt to free the princess. Turn around, leave without saying anything. I don't know what you happened to since the last time we met, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Attack. You look different.
You haven't decided. We talked more than enough last time. Do you really have anything else to say? Or if you want to talk, I guess I can.
But you should come a little closer first.
Blade held tight in your hand. You stop a few feet short of her reach. She's a lot. Why do you sound so scared? We can take her.
Well, what do you want? Because every second we waste talking is a second we could spend killing each
Oh my
other
gosh.
instead.
Why do you want us to kill each other? Can't we just, I don't know, spar a little? Maybe there's a compromise we can get. We know it has to die and the world doesn't have to end. If all you want to do is fight me, then then does that mean you won't end the world? So you're just fine locked away in here. You really don't. If we died, we have to figure out a way out of here. There's a lot of choices we can make here. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to fight you. Fine, if you want to fight, I'll give you a fight. Oh man, I don't know what to say. There's so many choices. The last time we talked, you seemed to care about why you were here. What made you stop caring?
I stopped caring because I found my purpose.
The princess flashes us.
You.
Does she mean? No, she means just.
This is so crazy. So you're just fine locked away in here? You really don't want to be free?
Here you go again, talking about
The princess glance.
If you're talking about these, they're
She steps forward. Her bindings creak, but then they stop.
Oh.
It was only a matter of time. Dear Lord, you took the blade. Exactly. We do it.
What? Did you think you were safe standing right outside my grasp? The only reason I haven't drawn blood is because I want to make sure that your heart is in it. I don't like fighting someone with a weak spirit. But go ahead.
Oh jeez, oh my gosh, jeez, oh man. Can't we just, I don't know, spar a little? If all you want to do is fight me, does that mean you won't end the world? What happened after you died? Fine, if you want to fight, I'll give you a fight. What happened after you?
Why wouldn't I want that? Why don't you want that? It felt good last time. It felt right. And it makes...
If all you want to do is fight me, does that mean you won't end the world?
The world? If there's a world, I haven't seen it. There's you, and there's me, and there's the ground beneath our... Besides, I thought we went over this last time. I never wanted to end the...
Can we just, I don't know, spar? What happened after you died?
I woke up. Didn't you?
You're different.
You aren't.
This basement is different.
I like it. It's so cramped. Like the only way out of here is through each other.
Or we could just walk single file line out of here. Oh my gosh. Doesn't any of this bother you? Don't you care about what you are?
Ugh, I care, okay? I guess I just care differently than you. When I saw you come back down here, I thought you would understand. I thought that we would want the same thing. But all you've done is ask me annoying little questions. It's like you don't even want to enjoy being alive.
I wish you could hear me right now.
Or we could just walk. You don't have any wounds.
You don't either.
Or we could just walk single file line out
That's
of here.
right. Not everything has to be.
That's pathetic. I would never do that, and I hate that you even suggested it.
Guava, doesn't this remind me of... This reminds me of Steven Universe. Like, her character reminds me of the Steven Universe character that likes to fight, and she was fused with the blue character. I forgot her name, but you might know. Jasper. Yeah, she reminds me of Jasper. It's a compromise where we can all get what we want. Nobody has to die.
Sparring? That's just play fighting. It isn't. What's real is when my flesh splits open. What's real is when you keep getting up until you're... What's real are the things we do to each other when the only options left are winning. And that is the...
Oh, man. I don't know what to say. I don't want to fight her, though. Attack the princess. Fine, if you want to fight, I'll give you a fight. I'm not going to fight you.
What are you trying to do? Do you think pacifism is right? This isn't fun. This isn't interesting.
Oh, you tease. I can't believe you'd go through all the trouble to bring a knife
Yeah.
down here and then refuse to use it. Let's see if you still feel that way once I start beating you.
You stand your ground as the princess thunders across the basement floor, her shoulders tucked low as her fierce, unblinking... You don't see the impact.
Oh.
and you can't say for sure if you even feel it, but you hear your bones splinter. You can feel your feet leave the floor as you're hurt. We're fine. Are we fine? No, you're obvious.
Enough games. Pick up that knife and fight me.
Your eyes, swimming with a concussed delirium, look down in confusion. It takes you a moment to drag your vision across the floor before you manage to pick it out amongst the stalagmites littering the basement.
Yeah.
It's sitting at the princess's.
Here, let me lend you a hand.
She bends to the floor and pinches the tip of the weapon between her fingers. She stares down at it in mocking disgust. It lands at your feet.
Explore. I can't get up.
Stop moping your
What are you made of? Tissue paper? I didn't hit you that hard.
You might as well just kill me because you're not going to change my mind.
Is this a trick? Are you tricked? Because why would you? Why wouldn't you?
The princess's shoulders tense with fury as you can see her face flush, her knuckles going white as she clenches her fists.
Wow.
Her entire body trembling with a burning rage. Can't believe you're making.
Fine. If you want to die like a pathetic little worm, you can die like a pathetic little worm.
I guess I'll see you all next. She reaches down and grabs you by the throat, lifting your limp form and slamming it forcefully against the wall. Her eyes twitch as though she sure is taking her.
Why?
Oh.
Why are you letting me do this? Why are you making me do this? Why won't you fight back?
Because that doesn't matter anymore, does it? Fighting, not fighting. What does it matter if we're all in the same way? Because there's more to this than just fighting each other. If letting you kill me is how I can show you that, then it's worth it. I care about you and I don't want to hurt you anymore. I think it's just kind of funny. Just like a Sasuke meme. Because there's more to this than just fighting each other. If letting you kill me is how I can show you that, then it's worth it. I care about you and I don't want to hurt you anymore.
Care about me? What is that supposed to mean? If you cared about me, you'd fight me. You'd understand, but why are you trying to make me think?
Her grip hardens. Do you feel her hook? She releases you. Your numb body.
What am I supposed to do without you?
I guess I'll see you all next time. I can say that. I can't wait to be stuck in. I won't be seeing you, but I suppose something like me will.
Oh, I got an achievement. Unleash the power of pacifism on your foe. Chapter 3, The Fury.
Oh, I've heard this one before. Let me. Oh, you and where? You think what?
Oh, jeez.
This. Yeah. What does? That's a good. Yes. Oh, you're. So you. I know. That's not.
Okay, I'm gonna skip. The narrator loves to talk. Let's just go to the cabin at this point.
Good. We're all on the same. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within. That's it. I'd rather not waste any more. Don't be so hard on you.
Let's proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. But that is how it. That's horrible. I think
This is crazy.
Furniture of note. A blade. We'll need take it.
I'm not gonna take the blade this time, but we'll look at the mirror.
Oh, what? There's. What are you?
The narrator doesn't see the mirror, so let's just approach the mirror.
You step. Let's just. We won't do whatever. You reach forward and drop. As if on command, it slowly slides open. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. The high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom.
This is
beyond your
crazy.
sight. The air is thick. Its odor and her voice.
So you've returned after denying me the salvation of combat? Are you here to gloat? Are you here to mock what I've become? Do you think that if you let me kill you enough times, I'll suddenly soften and repent for sins that live so? Well, we've tried that, haven't we? Now come down and see what your refusal has done to me.
Here. You make your way to the bottom of the stair. The chamber's walls are painted in
Oh,
blood,
wow.
a deep, sickening red that
What
drips
happened
down
to her?
in potted streams onto the charred princess stands in its center.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward, and then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. She is loose. She wants us to be afraid because she wants. That's right. We don't even have. It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out anyways, kicking and screaming.
I'm just gonna say, like, sorry for what I did
If
to you.
you're sorry, I don't want a sniveling coward. I want.
She bounds across the room, her fist. horrifying squelch.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make... Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
She's gone.
So now it's the same thing again. Approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach the forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars and there are people, I think. There's supposed to be people.
There's a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you think anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart.
That is so sad.
Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are these voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have you...
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does, and when I find him, you and I are going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth.
How many more vessels do I need?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singing.
If this is the last time, is there anything you'd like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me.
I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
God, that glass scares me every time. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here to slay her.
Let's just silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the shore. We're not going to go through with this. Ignore.
Continue again.
The interior of the blade.
I'm just going to enter the basement this time.
The door to the basement, her voice.
Hello?
Is don't.
Here to save you.
How many times?
Wait, really? Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs. She's beautiful. I am begging you.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I hope you brought something to deal with the...
Don't do it.
Hold on, let's talk first. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this.
Thank you.
You're making no. You do walk up to the chair, large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe
You don't have the key, you know.
Okay. I'll be here.
You attempted.
So now we basically return back
make your way
then.
easier for everyone. Look at.
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know.
She barely hesitates.
She bites herself out.
It's the blade, or you won't.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your you cut. The blade is sharp. Her lip. She didn't know. She smiles. How?
Thank you.
Approach the locked door.
No. We won't. As the prince. Wait. Watch me.
Slay the princess.
You bring the blade down, but she's fast.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying? I don't know what's come over you. But if I have to kill...
She pounces on you with the same... But you have a... It's not enough to stop her. You collapse to the floor. your body unresponsive as your blood. If we're lucky, the wound you managed, it can't just as much as I'd prefer for things. Everything goes dark.
Okay, so we tried to kill her, and now the witch is part of it.
You're
Now.
on a path in the wood. You're here.
We're getting deja vu.
Terrible. If he doesn't remember, brilliant. You know. Did I?
So now we have the new voice, the opportunist.
A warning. She will lie. Don't.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted. The blade is your.
Let's go ahead and look at the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next.
So the mirror is not there
We can all
again.
agree now that there's nothing to see here.
We'll take the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate. The air smells of dirt and copper. Her voice.
Something nasty finds itself on my...
Hello?
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps.
This is so
coming
like
up the path.
this is crazy.
I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused. She seems friendly enough. You can't. Unless you... Look, I'm just throwing out... Do you want to hear... You need to stop lingering. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Oh wow, she's like a beast
Descend
looking.
to the base. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid...
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp,
So she can see it.
blade, no doubt.
That's no fair.
So, we've dropped the good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having... Oh, that's pretty sharp. Call it... Well...
So
you
she
seem
knows
to be
already.
right. So, no I don't. But I'm just glad. Is it? Or just focus on the task at hand. Let's chat her up a bit. Don't talk to her.
So we're gonna...
Well, I seem to remember...
Don't worry. The blade isn't for you or for killing you. We've got to get... Can't we just get Explorer? I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. I'm sorry about last time. I'm gonna save.
Ooh, smart.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of...
Don't worry, the blade isn't for you or for killing you. We've got to get out of here somehow, right? I get the sense you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Wow. We screwed up. Look, I know, things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out.
Seems to me like... Do you know what...
Okay. So let's... I don't want to hurt... Oh my god. Mad Pirate Kid, you scared me. That no joke scared me. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this gesture as a gesture of goodwill. Give her the blade.
You... now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable... As do I. You abstain. She's going to...
This isn't democracy. We're giving her the blade. Give her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? You toss the blade at the princess's feet.
Oh
She eyes
man.
it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor and the chains. She could have gotten out of those the whole time.
So she could have. She was already planning out of them.
Woman
Yeah.
after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, luckily for us, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time.
What do you think happens now?
I'm gonna guess that we probably are gonna die. That's up to you. It's why I gave you the blade. I chose last time and I regret it, so now it's your time to choose. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better than this. You're beautiful. I want to actually save you, and this feels like the only way to do it. If you're like somebody I know, you're probably going to kill me. Oh man. I'm gonna flirt with her and see what happens.
She pulls back, clearly caught off guard by whatever nonsense.
Hey Prince, welcome in. She pulls back clearly off guard.
It was nice. Whether it's nice depends on if we meant it. If you were lying, we'd all know.
What? What do you mean by that? What kind of game are you playing?
The look of surprise that momentarily softened her features. And then she buried... What? No, I told you! Glee dances across her face.
Oh no.
I did it. I got...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond. Nor do you... Everything goes dark.
I'm good. I'm good, Prince. How are you, Prince? How are you doing?
You're on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed... I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it.
This is crazy.
Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was... Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything. You're... Oh, gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But I like journeys. Traveling. Well, if we're lucky, she hate, does she? As ridiculous as this, maybe she won't be as keen to betray us. You know, maybe you want another try exam. It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intent. Oh, great. So you've obviously twice. Sure. Twice.
I'm just gonna continue to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say... You talking about me? I have a position. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The prince...
Let's just go to the cabin. The narrator wants the princess dead, as usual.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior.
Oh, look at the
anymore.
flowers.
The burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here. Charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain. The promise of new life in the only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table. A pristine... Wait, we gave... Well, it's not here.
So the blade isn't there because she took it.
Let me guess. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between... I wouldn't be so hasty. If she does... Unless her...
There's a mirror.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement. You know what you have to... It went away...
Wipe the mirror.
Forward and wave your hand through the hollow. Alas, our fine. Well, seems like the... Yes, that's where everything tends...
To the basement.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny, their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease. These thorns are an expression of her pain, her voice.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I want to figure out a way out of here for good. I don't know what I want. I never really chose to come here. I want to free you, I mean it. I just want to talk, really talk. I want to free you, I mean it.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Wow, she sounds so like defeated and deflated.
Stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more. You step out
Oh,
into what was
jeez.
once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles. A space thick with hostile vegetation.
Wow, that's like so sad.
At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess. Her bloody, trembling hands clutching...
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
It's so sad. Yeah, I'm here to laugh. What did you think would happen after you killed me? Did you think I wouldn't hold it against you? I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you if you'll let me. I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade. You're in a prison of your own making. I broke... I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you. I can cut you free. Here for you if.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the...
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm trapped here as you are. Is there anything I can say to change your mind? I think we need to leave together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Is there anything I can say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right. There's nothing left. We don't need...
Then maybe it's time for either of us to say anything. All that counts is action. Can I take the blade now? Ooh, I don't know what to say. Can I take the blade now?
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, but then the tension fades. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles.
She trusts us. She trusts us.
Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves, being this close.
We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so...
Yeah, let's do it. Or, hear me out.
The narrator wants to slay her still.
It's two against you, and because that doesn't matter.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Cut her free, slay the princess. I just want my blade back. Turn around and leave. Cut her free.
Yes. What a good... Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that
everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him
That's right. We've already given him a chance. And who says I don't deserve another?
This is like really intense.
I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong.
And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team.
Take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick. She flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. You're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is
such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge.
You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. The princess falls into your arms,
Aww.
tears streaking down her
This is so
cheeks.
sad.
I can't believe you're making me describe this.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now
Of course I did. I just really hate people who put us here. We can actually kiss her.
Can we actually do that? No, you can't. Absolutely.
You know as well as I.
And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance if I were only capable.
Well, are you going to describe...
And she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss.
The narrator.
Are you happy now?
Come on now, this is the big moment. Ugh, fine.
You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion. Are you making fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your... Please. I'm thinking if history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetime...
It doesn't matter either.
I'm aware of. He's making fun of us. But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole...
That was nice.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way.
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do
We cut through those other vines just fine. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than that.
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, both you and the princess, ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and we'll weave something new together. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Step into your freedom.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new,
This narrator.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's just time to leave.
She's gone.
Emery returns.
What is that?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? You better do it.
Approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. Oh, look right there. But it isn't right. It can't be nothing. You focus your gaze and see it as a figure, a faint veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
What I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the glass. The mirror shatters. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to its...
That scared me. There's so many questions we can ask. What are you? Are you something like me?
I'm nothing like you. I am an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Others like you? You said something like that before. Has the narrator really been different? Does it hurt? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to destroy you. We'll help fight. Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
The god I made to rid the world of death. How am I supposed to rid the world
By
of death?
slaying the princess. Once she's gone, everyone will get to exist exactly as they are. No more fear, no more howling chaos, just life. Forever.
Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times.
You haven't. You flirted with dying. You've played pretend. But your consciousness is an unbroken string.
Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the...
And how do you know everybody else? I'm sure. And how do you know everybody else hasn't also experienced death the way I do?
They obviously don't. You experience death the way you do by design, and by your unique nature.
What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can, so I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
Does anyone know what else about this? Does anyone know about us? I don't want to be a god, I want to be me. And a god I knew was special. Others like you said them.
Yes, you are special. Unique, even. But you still have a task that you need to...
There's so many questions we can ask.
Are you asking me to spend my final moments psychoanalyzing you? She wound up a princess because you wanted her to be maybe she needed to be beautiful, important, above you, but on a level you could still approach. I don't know. Gods are supposed to be beyond comprehension. I really shouldn't...
This is really crazy. I can't believe this. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but I still have to see what she thinks about all this.
I've said my piece. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade.
As the final fragment of the glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you.
And you can finally see me.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all this? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and you for making a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well.
We are really getting
if
meta.
this is what it takes to
You're right.
enlighten you, then so...
A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
If I had no other room, of course I helped you. I didn't want us to hate each other.
Then help me again. We are each other's liberation.
What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
But what am I if I'm not a body?
If you do not fear it, then there is no need for you to struggle against it. Let go. If you need more time to open your eyes,
You become nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. You are terrified of a power so far beyond you that it strips the meaning from your every act. But at the feet of that power, the dark parts of you cannot help but burn away. Your inadequacy is reduced to cinders by the blazing light. When I proclaimed my godhood and presented you with a place by my side in my new creation, without me, there is no future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into
and through your lack of one, you too were consumed. Yet together,
This is like
we were
really
able
crazy.
to create something beautiful. To question everything is to deny the proof of reality that lies in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. In believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. But even then, you remembered the impermanence of the material and watched as the walls of your prison decayed into nothing. To be impermanent is not to end, but to change. And for the world to be impermanent
Yeah.
is to make finite the suffering of all. Would you strip that gift away and leave them all to suffer in their permanence? It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped. Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you, forever and ever and ever, consumed by true belief there was nothing that could hold us back. Then there's no need for you to fight with me, I. Whenever you're ready. If you need more time to open your eyes, then Are you starting to see? Nothing is immutable. Everything, there is no constant. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in things. I'm gonna save real quick. When you believe in something happens to believe here.
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life.
Wow, this is crazy. Like how many choices we're given and how much dialogue we can do. It's really crazy. We can understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you have to do it.
Oh, the hero is back.
Sure. All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all... After all the times you told me that mirror was going to kill me, I'm genuinely surprised you missed me. She's too many things for once out here. If you want to get through to me, there's some way to get through all of that. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there.
So the voice is offering to take her to the heart.
She's relentless, isn't she?
I'm ready
Let's go.
to go to the heart.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it
Hey,
all
Isco.
started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
Yeah, for old time's sake.
The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned there's no mirror, either. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things... It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there.
You can see the faces outside.
Yeah.
The narrator's
it's
gone.
Dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got a blip.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, I think we can just enter the basement.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? First time we heard her voice.
I don't know what you want for us.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us.
Continue down the
Down
stairs.
we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Oh, and she's not
There you are.
changed up this
You
time.
look just like you did when we first met. Let's talk for a bit. Maybe we can figure this out.
Sit with her. Yeah, she's not chained up this time. I don't want to be a god.
I don't think I want that either.
Are you the same as you are out there?
I don't feel the same. I feel smaller.
What if we just leave?
Can we actually do that? What would that even mean? Where would we go?
I've always wanted to leave with you, but I didn't like being a god. I just want to walk through the cabin door as we are, just you and me. Not knowing what it means is why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we just don't know what this is. I want to try something new. It doesn't matter what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I want. Welcome in, Queen City. I don't know where we'd go, but as long as it's not here, as long as I'm with you, that's all I want. I've always wanted to leave with you, but I didn't like being a god. Not knowing what it means is why I want to do everything. What it means. What would we do? Where would we go? I've always wanted to leave with you, but I didn't like being a god. I just want to walk through that cabin and door as we are, just you and me.
I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
So the voice of the hero is staying behind. Are you going to be okay?
I'm not sure I'll be alone for too long anyways. The others are still around here somewhere. I'll find them.
Leave with the princess. You lead and the princess follows, and together you leave the basement behind for the last time. It's as quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words of noisy thoughts. But there is an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, fixed on the cabin door. You can see attention seize her. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long, short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside. You follow her confident steps.
Come on, princess. It's just a door. Sorry, I'm just a little nervous. This is really it. Whatever happens next will be completely new.
You can say I love you. Who's going to open it? Are you ready? Neither of us knows what it's going to be like out there.
that's okay. That's the point, right? Side by side, stepping out into the unknown. Together.
Aw, and they opened it together. Oh my god, that's the end of the game? That's it? Jeez. Wow, that was crazy. So in the end, they were gods, and she's the god of death, and brings death with her. And he was like the quiet, and you know, the whole throughout the game we were told to kill her because she brings death wherever she goes with her, but we mercied her, and but we didn't want to be gods. Neither of us wanted to be gods, so we just went back to the cabin and just left like normal, and like we don't know what's gonna happen next, but we don't have to. Guava, maybe, I'm not sure. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. It is. That's awesome. That's cool, Guava. Wow. Let's go. That was beautiful. So this is just one ending that you can get out of many endings. This game has a lot of different like situations you can get yourself. There's a lot of different like endings you can get in this game, so this is just one of many, and I'm not gonna play the other endings because if any of you ever watch a streamer that plays this moving forward, like, or if you want to buy the game yourself and support the developers, I feel like maybe this is the best ending that I'm gonna maintain keeping. So, which is not a bad thing. I think this is the ending that I want for the characters, in my opinion. Like, you know, they're just two people that, you know, and what's crazy to me is that no, it's not Guava. According to what I've been reading on Discord, there's actually 5 endings, but each of the 5 endings are different. Like there's 5 endings, but each of the 5 endings are not necessarily 5 endings. Like, even though there's only 5 endings, like the circumstances of those endings can all be different as well. So even though there's 5 ways the story can end, each of the properties of those 5 endings can change too. So it's so weird. It's wild. It's so wild. To me, this feels like the best ending. I don't know, like, all throughout the game, we've been fighting this princess, and we've been told that we're special, and we have to kill her because she's bad and everything. And this game gets really meta when it talks about death and everything. And the more times that I see, like the thorns ending with her covered in the thorns really got me, because you know, we started off as nice, and she started off nice, and then we stabbed her in the back, and then she, you know, we came back, and then we gave her the knife, and then she took no chance at not wanting to kill us too, and she killed us. And then in the end, when we both were hurt, we trusted each other, and then, you know, walked out into that, you know, into that night sky. And to me, that was so beautiful, seeing that. And that ending kind of reminds me of this ending, where it's like, I don't know, this game reminds me of the trials and tribulations of being in a relationship, of like how you're always, there's going to be good times, there's going to be bad times, you're always going to hurt someone's always going to hurt you, and you know, there's always going to be, and you're always going to start back at the beginning again, you know, just redoing the same steps over and over again, and going through the trials and tribulations over and over again. And each time it's always going to feel, and it could be with different people, or it can be the same person. You can, you know, go through the cycle with the same person, and I don't mean breaking up, I mean just like, you know, like going through the adventures, going through the good, going through the bad, and then apologizing, and just continuing. And I don't know, to me this feels like a relationship. It's a romance story at its core, it's like a horror romance, I feel like. Good night, Dallas Corgi. I'm really glad that we didn't focus on killing the princess. I'm glad that we focused on the happier, the good side of this game. So I'm really happy we did that. This game is really good. I'm very impressed with what they did with it. It's very, very impressive game. I'm very glad we played it tonight. It was a very, very good game. I think I've put in 6 hours into this game already. I'm gonna return to the main menu. So that's, by the way, is 2 of the games. There's only 2 games that I think that Black Tabby Games made, and the other one is Scarlet Hollow. And I want to play this on stream. I want to play this game on stream really bad. So like, this game is a similar game to this is the same company. Good night, Dallas Corky. What's cool about this game is that there's a lot you can do in it. A lot changes. This game is called Scarlet Hollow, and like I said, it's made by the same developers. And it's a horror game. So, this game looks really creepy. Like I'm excited to try it. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty intense. But anyway, that's pretty much all I had time for tonight. So, thank you all for coming in tonight and for giving the chance to play and watch this game with me. I don't know when I'm going to be streaming next, but I'll probably update my schedule on Discord, so tune in on Discord for my updates. What I'm going to do though is I'm gonna find someone to raid. So give me a moment while I see who's online, so that I can find someone to raid. And I can find someone to raid. Okay, let's see who's online tonight. Okay. But anyway, I really did enjoy this game a lot. I thought it was really good. I think it was a lot of fun. I think what made the game so impactful was just how much was involved with it, and the developers did a really good job with it. Like I said, I'm very impressed with what they were able to accomplish. So I definitely liked it a lot. Okay, I'm gonna try raiding into someone new. I'm gonna try raiding into someone that I have never raided before and just see how it goes. Their name is Intoxicated, and they're playing a horror game, so let's go check it out and just do a quick raid there. But anyway, hope you all have a good night. Thank you all so much for coming in, and hope to see you all again next time. And thanks for watching me. So, Tongue Gamer Joe signing off. Thanks again.